Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with Barca legend Andres Iniesta. Of course, talking on a potential return to Barca as Xavi's assistant, he said, "Won't say it's impossible." We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking about this Brazilian player who plays for Arsenal, Gabriel Martinelli. It has been reported that the Barca target is close to signing a new contract with Arsenal until 2027, which comes as a big blow for Barcelona. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. The partnership of Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta on the pitch helped Barcelona achieve great heights. Widely regarded as two of the best midfielders of the modern generation, the Barca duo won almost every trophy possible with club and country and firmly etched their names in the history of the game. Now Xavi is back at Barca in a managerial capacity, while Iniesta is in the final phase of his playing career with Japanese outfit Vissel Kobe. Ever since Xavi returned to the Spotify Camp Nou last year, there has been talk about Iniesta coming back to Barcelona as well, in some capacity. During a recent interview with Sport, the former Spanish international Iniesta was directly asked if he would be open to returning to Barcelona as an assistant to his ex-teammate and partner in crime, Xavi Hernandez. In response, Iniesta said, "I think that what we callers want is for the team to win, no matter if Xavi, Iniesta is there or whatever. No, let's say, I won't say it's impossible, but it's very difficult because of the times, moments, and so on. I just want this Barca to win again, to be good, to find a good line that we all like. As for me, we'll see what happens in the future. Hopefully, I can come back from something here." At the same time, Iniesta also commented on the situation of another of his former midfield partner, Sergio Busquets. The 34-year-old recently announced his retirement from international football after Spain's exit from the World Cup and is likely to leave Barca in the summer. Busquets copped a lot of criticism for Spain's failings in Qatar, but Iniesta insisted that the veteran is still very much capable of performing at the highest level, as he said. Apart from the fact that I'm far away from here, I do not live the day-to-day of what is said. I cannot say anything about Busquets other than what he is and what he continues to be as a player. He is not outdated. He is the captain of Barca so far for the national team. Until the very last day, he will continue giving the level and being the example he is. There will come a day when he will have to leave, but that is the law of life. Great words there from Andres Iniesta. Of course, Iniesta, who still plays for Japanese side Vissel Kobe, is also eyeing a return to Barca. This is not the first time we have been mentioning this. Iniesta, being one of the strongest schoolers out there, have always been, looking the club from a far distance, the performance and everything. He have always been making mention of it in most of his interviews, how Barca are going, if they're going to the right direction or not. And he have never hide his mind when asked about if he wants to return to the club. And definitely Iniesta, from all the look of things, he really wants to come back to Barca in some capacity. Definitely as a manager is what many people are expecting him to be one day. I don't know if he will accept the fact that he will be the assistant of Xavi or coming back in the future as another coach of FC Barcelona. Of course, that's still a possibility. As we can see from the interview, he's saying it clearly that it is not impossible that he, working with Xavi, being the assistant one day, still possible. So let's see how things would look like for Iniesta in his career moving forward. Of course, it is widely expected that he will retire as a player, maybe end of the season for the Vissel Kobe side in Japan. Of course, Iniesta, being 38 years old now, definitely will be eyeing his retirement very, very soon, and maybe from the look of things, pursuing coaching career as well. I think he once said that in an interview. To be a coach is something that he likes, but he really wants to come to Barca in some other capacity, whether he's sporting director or being a coach or whatever, apart from being a player, because definitely he can never play again for Barcelona as his playing career as a whole is coming to an end very, very soon. So let's see actually how things will be for Andres Iniesta, who continues to, you know, to 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 talk about his desire to one day return to the club. Of course, being a legend as he is, I think many coolers would also like to see him come returning to the club, the much beloved club where he was raised from La Masia and where he was a superstar, one of the best midfielders that have ever played a game in his playing time at Barca. So let's see how it's going to look like. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Gabriel Martinelli has been one of the most improved Brazilian players in recent years. The young attacker has only grown in stature in recent months and is currently one of the most important players at Arsenal. According to Sport, Barcelona were one of the clubs who were monitoring the progress of Martinelli. The Catalans had been following him during the FIFA World Cup and even asked about the possibility of signing the player, whose contract expires in 2024. Formerly in Ituano, Martinelli has scored 5 goals and registered 2 assists in 14 Premier League matches for this season. His performances in front of goal have been critical in helping Arsenal compete for the league title. Martinelli has racked up over 100 competitive appearances for Arsenal. At the age of just 21, he has 6 caps for the Brazilian national team as well, making him an ideal target for Barcelona. However, the report suggests Martinelli is not too keen on a move elsewhere and is ready to continue at the Emirates. He feels more comfortable in Mikel Arteta's project, which has helped him become a key player for the Gunners and even earn a place in the national team. As such, the 21-year-old is set to pen a new deal with Arsenal that could extend his stay at the Emirates until 2027. The report further suggests that Barcelona had a good relationship with the players' entourage. This was the reason the Catalans were made aware of Martinelli's intentions to sign a new contract. The new deal could help Arsenal safeguard the future of the Brazilian international, whereas Barcelona are expected to look elsewhere in their quest to reinforce their attacking department. Barcelona just keep on getting confused every single day. Like, I don't know what they want. This day you hear about this player, the other day you hear about another player, and another day you talk about maybe they will not transfer, they will not buy any player because of financial fair play. And I ask myself, all these players that are being linked with, can they buy them? We have a lot of financial issues, to be honest, and I don't see any reason why you keep on showing interest in this player, in that player, or whatever, whereas we know very well that the club does not have that financial capability to fund such move. Look at the players like Endrick. This came as a big blow. Endrick of Brazil, the 16-year-old who is a world-class talent. Barca showing interest. I think Barca were one of the very first clubs to show interest in Endrick. But where have Endrick end up going to? To our own arch rivals, Real Madrid. Because of money. Barca know how to make noise in the media, whereas people who do the real action are behind the scenes. So it is needless, and for me, it looks very cowardly for Barcelona, to always show that they want to buy this player or want to buy that player, whereas their pockets are empty. It makes no sense at all. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.